Caracas, Venezuela's leftist government may release 80 anti-government activists, and expel 2 senior diplomats from Canada and Brazil after criticism over rights, an official said on Saturday. Delcy Rodriguez, head of the pro-government Constituent Assembly, said the legislative superbody was recommending those detainees be freed shortly and given alternative punishments such as community service and compensation for victims. Rights groups and opponents of President Nicolas Maduro say authorities are unfairly holding 268 political prisoners being punished for protesting against dictatorship. Maduro, the 55-year-old successor to Hugo Chavez, says that is nonsense and all jailed activists are there on legitimate charges of violence and subversion. Let it be understood that the events promoted by the extremist Venezuelan opposition, which caused Venezuelans' deaths, must not be repeated, Rodriguez told reporters. Some 170 people died in violence around 2 bouts of anti-Maduro street protests in 2014 and earlier this year. The potential release of dozens of opponents, albeit with alternative sentences, could inject life into stuttering political talks between the government and opposition due to continue in the Dominican Republic in early January. Western nations and Latin American neighbors have been increasingly critical of Maduro this year, accusing him of stamping on democracy and human rights. The government says foreign nations are trying to encourage a right-wing coup. Rodriguez said the Constituent Assembly, which various foreign countries refuse to accept, was also recommending Brazil's Ambassador Rui Pereira and Canada's charge d'affaires Craig Kowalik both be declared persona non grata. There was no immediate response from either nation. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has been especially critical of Maduro, imposing sanctions on him and other senior officials earlier this year. We urge Maduro's regime to respect human rights, the U.S. Embassy tweeted on Saturday, calling for the freedom of the 268 people activists consider political prisoners. Free them during this holiday time. Writing by Andrew Cawthorn, editing by Andrea Ricci.